My name is Tegan, and welcome to Iconic Albums. Today we're talking about Jagged Little Pill.
And what it all comes down to, my friends, yeah, is that everything is just fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket, and the other one is handing a taxi cab.
And welcome to the show, Seely! Yay! Say hi,
Everybody,
Seely. Oh wait,
glad to be back.
here's our names.
There they are.
Seely, how are you?
I'm totally amazing. How are you?
I'm equally as amazing. Thanks for asking. Today we're talking about Alanis Morissette, my patron saint. My
Yeah.
the person who I
Shall we
live.
through some things?
We're gonna be talking about Jagged Little Pill, of course, her iconic 1996 album. 1995. I should know that.
95.
It's in here
Get it
somewhere.
together, girl.
And of course, the album was huge. It was the biggest selling album in 1996. Fun fact. Did you know that she was on a Canadian children's TV show that aired on Nickelodeon? I found that out.
Because we watched that documentary about her.
Oh yes. A couple years ago, I had a huge Jagged Little Pill phase, and Seely, she was there for the whole thing.
I was in the Jagged Little Pill phase with you.
Yes, because Seely would come to my house. I would be like, okay, so hi, thanks for hanging out with me. Let's sit down and watch this hour-long Alanis Morissette documentary. And we were sad.
It was heat. I'm sorry.
And it was heat. But I didn't remember that, apparently, when I was researching. But that's the origin of green slime. It's not even their thing. They stole it from Canada. It's not even their thing.
I didn't know that.
But
I did not know that.
she used the money off of this Nickelodeon show to fund her first album, which was just called Alanis. And it was a dance pop album. And I'll insert a little clip of it. It's kind of crazy when you compare it to what she was doing in the 90s.
Yeah.
It was very like cute girl, like poppy, like some
Teen pop star,
some
teeny
40
bopper situation.
Some 40-year-old man wrote this and then gave it to a teenage girl. She didn't write any of those songs.
Yeah.
Or maybe she did. Maybe that's a huge lie. But it went platinum, but just in Canada.
Yeah.
She won a Juno Award, which is, I guess, a Canadian thing.
Yeah, big deal. Big deal up there.
Big deal up there.
The equivalent of the Grammys.
Yeah. And she opened for Vanilla Ice.
I didn't know that.
Vanilla Ice, bro.
Okay.
I don't know
Interesting.
any other. Is there any other Vanilla Ice songs that just Ice Ice Baby? I guess
It's like, I'm sure
there
there
has
are,
to
but,
be, but
I've never listened to them before.
I could never name one of them.
No.
But yes.
Like, gun to my head, like, I would not be able to do it.
Alanis, she released a second album in 1992, and it flopped, sadly. And so she completed her like 2-record deal, and then she didn't get re-signed, which is sad. But she moves to Toronto to find like a writing partner. And at this point, 18 years old, also dating Dave Coulier of what's the show?
Full House fame. Yeah.
Full House fame,
Full
yes.
House fame.
And I was not a full house at night, were you?
I was. I watched the reruns like every day after school. I remember one Thanksgiving break in particular when I was like 8 years old that I watched like the whole thing start to finish.
I have never seen that
I
episode.
loved Full House.
But he wasn't the main uncle. He's like a different uncle. Who is he?
He was Uncle Joey. He was like the goofy, silly uncle who like had puppets, and he wasn't the
Oh.
hot one.
Oh, he wasn't the hot one. Cuz I
No.
always picture that guy, and I don't know what his name is.
Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse, yes. That's the one I always think of.
John
But
Stamos. Yes.
John Stamos, yes. But
He's the hot
he Dave Coulier was unfortunately 33 years old, and Alanis Morissette was unfortunately maybe 17, maybe 18 years
one.
old. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a
Okay.
hard one, Dubs. You can't do that. And I'll flash a picture, and Celie, I'll send this to you later, but it is shocking how young she looks compared to him. Like, especially when she's 18 in 1992, it's like, why nobody said anything about this?
Why was no one? Oh my god! Like, especially back then, age gaps were just like a thing.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like, and it was so weird.
Yeah.
18 and 33.
Just different stages of life. Also, I have to say, if you're a 33-year-old man and the only girl that you can get to date you is a fresh out of high school, like, senior.
Because what do y'all have in common?
What do you have in common? Nothing. And people
I
just
would not
say
date an 18-year-old.
no, absolutely not. People say she was like adult for her age, but that's not even ever.
I don't care. I don't care. Craziest thing, I don't care.
Craziest thing, I did not ask how she was. It does not matter. But yeah, she's dating and then she continues to date him until like 1994, so like 2-ish years. But she moves to Los Angeles, the city of dreams. What is Los Angeles' like nickname? City of Stars?
I think so. That's La La Land.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I think it's like City of Angels because it's.
Well, I guess that's true. But
I don't know. I don't know.
but she meets Glenn Ballard, who is this guy. He's like a producer. He had written on stuff too, but they were basically like, Alanis' publisher was like, listen, this guy's really cool. You should talk to him. And they really meshed because he pretty much gave her a studio and just complete creative freedom to do whatever she wanted. And something crazy that I found out was that a lot of the songs were done in one take. Hello?
That's crazy.
You ought to know was done in one take.
Like the greatest song of all time was done. Like that is so crazy.
And they would record these, and then they had like demo reels, and then they had a lot of trouble getting signed because, I mean, it's such a unique sound. I think it wasn't really present. This like angry girl screams into a microphone.
Yeah, she was like a couple years after like Riot Girl, but like Riot Girl wasn't really like mainstream. She went like mainstream women rock. Like
yes. And it was a really big like turn in her career because she was such a like bubble pop like 80s pop girl, and it was such a right turn. Like, so she had a lot of trouble getting signed, but she eventually was signed by Maverick Records, which is Madonna's like record label. And they loved the album. And then this influential radio station in LA started playing You Oughta Know. And she was also all over MTV, which made her just absolutely huge.
Mhm.
Because the industry didn't like Jagged Little Pill, but the people,
Yes.
the people loved it.
The people were ready for it.
The people were ready for it. And
'Cause
she,
this was also like she was a contemporary with like Fiona Apple was gaining traction at this time as well.
yes, yes.
Like, the
Another
people
one of my
wanted it,
patron saints.
clearly.
Love
Yeah.
you, girl. But she was on the Billboard Top 20 for like a year. She sold 33
Yeah.
million copies. She won Best Female Rock Performance, Best Rock Song, Best Rock Album, and Album of the Year in 1996.
Yeah. I know that's right. Oh, I know that's I know that's right.
And I know that's right. So huge success. Huge success. Huge.
Everyone
Donald
loves
Trump's
her.
impression. Everybody loves her. Including me. And Celie, did you know? Wait, I told you this recently, so you do know. But Glenn Ballard went on to work with Katy Perry, and they wrote a whole album together, and it is somewhere on the shelves of some studio somewhere.
Because like sidebar about Katy Perry, but her first album, One of the
It's
Boys,
so good.
it's heat. I'm sorry. I also think California Girls not viable. I was talking about this in my music and politics class the other day. I was like, guys,
Bro.
go back and listen to it. I swear. Your life will...
Teenage Dream. Hit after hit after hit.
Firework, Last Friday Night, Teenage Dream. Which other one?
Is it
Like her huge hit. California Girls.
California Girls in a row.
In a row.
In a
That's how that
row.
album starts. Okay, sorry for
Anyways,
the
Katy Perry sidebar.
but I do have to talk about how much I love Teenage Dream.
Okay, so here starts our album review.
Well, yes.
Review. Okay, so the album starts out with All I Really Want. First song on the album, but the last song that was written.
And the best, in my opinion.
Heat. Heat.
There was just something about this song. Starting with harmonica, girl, I love you. No one was doing it like her. Okay?
Bow, 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 bow. It's everything.
And it's just like the first letter, not the first letters, the first words of this album. Do I stress you out? My sweater's on backwards and inside out, and you say how appropriate. Oh my God.
Which is a real thing she did. Alana showed up to the studio with her sweater on backwards and inside out. And Glenn Ballard was like,
what are you doing?
and the song's not completely about him, but like it's sort of. I mean, they're very different people. She was a 19-year-old girl and he was like a professional producer. But there's also rumors that it's somewhat about Dave Coulier also, but it's really just this plea to be understood by somebody, and to have an equal to talk to, and it's the here. Can you handle this? The So she says,
why are you so
like,
petrified of silence?
and then she holds for like 3 beats, I think, and it is brilliant. Did you think about your bills, your ex, your deadlines?
When do you think you're gonna die?
So good. In the first song.
So good.
And it's yeah.
Oh God, that song is so good. I really think starting with the harmonica is so good. It's so unique. Like
Bow,
I I've never really heard harmonica
I know. And she plays that harmonica too.
before. Yeah, and she plays it live.
Yeah,
And she
she
plays it
does.
live.
It was the only
Yeah.
instrument she could play, and then she learned how to do the guitar. But
Mhm.
it's her playing the harmonica on the album.
Yeah.
Next song, the big one. You oughta know. Guys, okay. Message to all of the 19-year-old girls that just broke up with their like year-long relationship that every girl has when they're 19. Get in your car, drive 70 miles per hour in a 35 and listen to this song, and you'll be cured of your grief.
Yes. Yes.
Bible.
I Bible. Because sometimes I am spiteful and hateful and revenge seeking, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Oh,
Oh. The lyrics are just absolutely crazy. In the first like verse, she's saying, "Would she go down on you in a theater?" Like, oh my god, second song of the
right.
album, first single, by the way, first thing that she
Yeah.
ever put out in her like Jagged Little Pill era. And she's saying like, thinking of me when you fuck her. Oh my god. Spicy. And this is,
Every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it.
oh my god.
Okay. Miss-
And this song is also obviously allegedly about Dave Coulier,
Yeah.
but she's never confirmed that. She's kind of said it's probably about multiple people, but this album was written in 1995 and they did break up late 1994. So
It's kind of like, Taylor Swift is never going to say that Style was about Harry Styles,
but come
like,
on.
come on. You know what I mean? Like,
Obviously, guys. And he's kind
duh.
of said like he used to be like, no, that's not me, but now he's like, I do remember one time when she did come and bug me at dinner, and I'm like, you can't say that. It's obviously it's you now. Come on, man. But apparently they broke up because she didn't want to have kids with him, which, yeah, she's 18 years old, so maybe that's how it goes.
Maybe she doesn't want to be a teenage mother. I don't know. I don't know.
She has a career, maybe, dreams, something like
Aspirations.
that. Something ridiculous like that. The next song is Perfect, which is usually a skip, but a banger nonetheless.
Sorry guys. Also kind of a skip for me as well.
It's a song about, it's like from a parent's point of view, a parent who's like living vicariously through their kid, like they have to be perfect, you have to succeed because I didn't, and I'm giving you this chance. And I didn't have that trauma personally. So
Either. So
I'm
it's
sure
not-
that like all the girls on Dance Moms are bumping this in their car. But I really don't have that trauma. I'm sorry.
Anyone who did gymnastics is for sure like
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't relate. But it is a banger.
Yeah.
Next up is Hand in My Pocket, which is the perfect song ever made. The best song ever made.
I remember when that guy we used to be friends with Truman said that this song was bad. And I remember just being like, you're just wrong. Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Maybe it's not for you.
he was like,
Have you
this
ever
song
thought about
really
that?
sucks. Like, he's like laughing at it. And I'm like, dude, you're not listening to it in the right frame of mind, okay?
You don't have one hand in your pocket while the other one's flicking a cigarette.
You
just
don't.
don't. You just don't.
And you literally
And
don't.
I do. So, like,
once again, harmonica banging.
yes.
Once again, a killer chorus. Her choruses are like they could all resurrect me from the dead. It's like
Yeah.
Like one of those. And I listened to this song a lot when just after I dropped Rowan off at the train station. I listened to this on loop on the way home.
Real. This is real.
It's
This is
forced
such like a,
positivity.
yes.
It's like
It's the most like girl in your 20s, but you're gonna make it and you're gonna be fine.
yes.
Like you're
Yes.
just gonna have fun as much as you can. Like it's that song.
Yes. Everything is great. Everything's gonna be fine, 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 baby.
Yes.
Probably.
No one's really got it figured out just yet.
Literally. Literally. This is probably. I should hit my mic. This is probably one of my favorites on the album, I have to say. One of my
I have
favorite
to say
songs
that
of all
too.
time.
I gotta tell you, I listened to this whole album when my older sister Josie moved into her house at 24. And I was painting her walls, and I was just like, wow. This I feel like
Wow.
this is how this album was supposed to be listened to.
Yeah.
Like you're just starting your new life, like making it on your own. God, I just love it.
Literally. Celie listened to this album the first time when we went to Taco Bell together, and we listened to the whole thing. Imagine this crowd. Imagine being in a Taco Bell line the length of Jagged Little Pill.
Solid 45 minutes.
Solid
I want to see
45.
like stats on how long we spent in that Taco Bell drive-through collectively.
Years. Years of our lives.
I could have gotten a PhD.
Like,
Like,
I could be a doctor, but instead I've spent years of my life in the Taco Bell drive-thru.
yes.
Fun story. One time me and Celie got in a car accident in the Taco Bell drive-thru. Somebody hit us.
It's true.
It was so scary. But
True.
and we thought they were attacking us, but they were just having a seizure. But he was fine.
It was okay,
He
guys.
was okay.
It was
But
okay.
yeah. But anyway, Taco Bell tangent. The next song is Right Through You, which I'm gonna have to put a blaring alarm sound effect for the fact that this is a slept on song, slept on alert. I love this song. This song
I know you
is
do.
so good.
This song, so good.
Okay.
It's like just as angry as You Ought to Know.
Yes, and it's really just about how she is beef with record labels and she is beef with creepy old guys, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I stand behind that. And once again, her choruses are just so fire.
Yeah.
They come on and I'm like, and it's sort of a slower song too. Like if you count the beats, it's slow, but like it's still just like pow 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 pow.
Yeah.
Pow. Love it.
God, I love that song.
Beautiful. The next song is Forgiven, which is kind of it's a banger. It's a banger, but it is about Catholicism. Anti-Catholicism, but a banger.
This song. This song is something so deeply personal to me.
I know. I heard it and I was like, I personally don't have that trauma, but I was like, I know someone who exactly does. Celie would love this song.
Yeah, I was raised Catholic for the first 15 years of my life. Not a great time. I'm going to be honest, guys. Not great for me.
Yeah.
But now I get to relate to this song. So
yeah.
Who really won in the end? Me or the Catholic Church? I think
me
it was
or the Pope.
Me or the Pope. It was me.
You have to choose. Me or the Pope.
I'm coming out on top. Every time.
This song, and guys, I'm about to expose myself big time. I'm about to expose myself as a theater kid. But pre Jagged Little Pill album obsession, I was obsessed with the jukebox musical Jagged Little Pill.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to see it, I have it downloaded on my laptop. Just hit me up and I'll email it to you. But if you don't know what a jukebox musical is because you didn't spend like your high school years crying in a dressing room, it's basically just they take an album and that's the soundtrack. But the arrangement of Forgiven in the Jagged Little Pill musical is it's fire because it's that she's in a church, and so the ensemble is singing also. Ooh, it's so good. And listen, I don't stand for the terrible bi representation that happens in Jagged Little Pill. I think it's bad. I don't like it. But I was like, I love this soundtrack, and I was like, oh, I can just listen to the actual album.
Yeah.
Oh, I just like
You have
Alanis
to listen to a Broadway
Morissette.
version, actually.
But yeah, if you want to watch it, hit me up and I'll send you the bootleg. But yeah, another fire chorus.
Yes.
And a bridge that could again bring me back from the dead. What I learned I rejected. Ooh.
Yeah. In the name of the Father, the Skeptic, and the Son. That is like one of the best lyrics I've just ever heard in my entire life.
I wish I could do this. Celia, can you do this? You know when they snap? I can't do it. I wish I could. I'm so jealous.
That's so funny. Yeah. That is just one of the best lyrics I've ever heard in my life.
It's really good. And Alanis is still Christian. Like, she's not, like, an anti-Christian. I don't think she's Catholic anymore, but...
She's Lutheran.
Oh!
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
The most
and, like,
the most lib religion.
Yeah.
But, yeah, great song. And if you have Catholic trauma, it'll be even better.
Yeah. It'll hit extra hard.
You learn, again, another song that if you're a 19-year-old and you're going through the worst year of your life because you're a 19-year-old girl, I'll never be there again. And praise God for that.
Thank God.
But this is Bible. This song is a Bible. Listen to it. Absorb it. Live it.
This song has dragged me out of the lowest depths of depression. If I go on a drive and I listen to this song, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah. You live and you learn.
You live, you learn. You love, you learn.
You ask, you learn.
You lose,
cry,
you learn.
You pray, you learn. You choke, you learn. You learn. And I'm just like, oh my God. She's
so right. She's so right.
Sophomore year of college, I'm 19. I'm the absolute lowest I've ever been in my entire life. Like, I am dragging myself out of bed in the morning.
Celie's texting me every 15 minutes being like, I'm in the emergency room. I'm like, okay.
I have the flu.
Ear infection, vibes.
Ear infection, strep. Like, I had every illness in the book. I was sick for like 5 months straight. Grades slipping. Like,
holding on for dear life.
Holding on for dear life. Grade slipping, lived in a dorm. It was...
Ooh.
It was bad. It was bad, you guys. In a dorm, in an a cappella group, guys.
No! No! Not the a cappella group.
Ugh. No. At least I'll never be back there.
Yeah.
But this song got me out. It got me out.
This is another one where, again, it will change your life if you listen to it.
Yeah.
Also, Jagged Little Pill mention, roll credits.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. 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 Just end it. Just end it.
Send it there. The next song is Head Over Feet, which is a great song. It is usually a skip.
I'm just like, that's not really my vibe right now. I'm very much not head over feet with anyone, so I'm just like, whatever.
When I'm looking up Alanis Morissette and I'm typing that into my Spotify.com, a love song is not what I'm looking for. And it's a great
Ever.
one. It is really a great one. It's a really sweet song about falling in love with your best friend, but I'm like, that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, it's just not like it's not my vibe.
It's not my vibe. It's not my
No.
vibe. But the only love song in the whole thing. We could have passed the Bechdel test except for the first like 3 songs. But anyway. The next song is Mary Jane, and you know how I feel about this song.
I know how you feel about Mary Jane.
This is my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
Maybe ever. I'm just kidding. I could never pick. It would change every 2 weeks. But my plans for future tattoo is to just get a full chest piece. Yep. Full chest piece of every single word. I'll bring a screenshot of the Genius page and be like, I want this. They'd be like, what? I'm like, just like put it on in Arial.
Yeah.
In Times New
Just
Roman.
the whole thing.
Yeah. And I want indents and stuff, but whatever. And this song, oh my gosh. I implore you to listen to it because it is yet again slept on by the masses because it is a little sad.
Yeah.
It's a little slow, but the chorus, I am like floating through the sky. Do you know that meme picture I'm thinking of the guy like
Yeah.
becoming
Yes.
enlightened? Yeah,
Yes.
that's me, dude. That is me.
You listening to Mary Jane.
The part where she goes, "It's a long way there." I'm like, turn it on right now. Seely, I've had so much caffeine today. And I've also been up since 7 a.m. I've been up since 6 in the morning.
Oh my god.
I've been awake for so long. Okay, anyway.
I've been at the point for the last like 3 weeks. I'm so stressed I'm calm. Like I'm just
Tranquil. Tranquil. I see the light
I'm like,
at the
my
end of my
mom's in the
tunnel.
hospital. I got 4 papers due next
Whatever,
Wednesday.
dude.
Whatever, guys. I'll do them. It'll be okay.
You gotta get through it.
It'll be fine. Don't even worry about it.
Seely, you're my good friend, and it's so hard to not just like start talking like we're not being recorded.
I know.
I'm like, how's your mom? So how are your sisters? But we have a job to do. That was probably so loud. The next song's ironic, which is I think the number one song that was on the album. I think it beat out You Oughta Know.
Yeah,
And
it did.
and it gets a lot of shit in the media at large. And I don't like that. I don't care. Once I get to the fire chorus. Once I get to the chorus, I don't care if it's situational irony. I don't care if it's dramatic irony. I don't care about any of that. What do you have to say?
Well, the thing is, it is dramatic irony.
Yeah, you're the grammar police. You know.
Yes, it is dramatic irony.
So
She's saying that life is ironic. She's not saying
that
the
these
situation
things
itself is ironic. She's saying life is ironic.
Isn't it funny?
Life
Aren't these
knows
situations like funny?
The thing is, life is not giving you 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. Life knows that you need those 10,000 spoons and you don't need a knife.
Come on, people.
Oh my god. You guys just can't understand a literal 19-year-old's lyrics.
And guys, I have to tell you, it's just a song.
It's just a song.
And she wrote it, and I remember I've read so many interviews of her just being like, yeah, I mean, people are going to make fun of me. I didn't even think about it when I was writing it. And she's so right for that. Because again, I get to the chorus, which is so good. Probably the best one.
Yeah.
It's like rain
on your wedding day.
Oh my god. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, people need to stop saying it's not really ironic. It's not even funny anymore. It's not even an interesting thing to say anymore.
It's played out. I'm bored.
It's
I'm bored by
passe.
your jokes.
Oh, Not the Doctor is next, and I need to edit in a even bigger slept on alarm. Blaring red lights.
Blair, like,
I
flashing, like,
even thought it was like a deluxe song for a while because like nobody talks about it, and it's so good. It's so good.
so good.
You guys are sleeping.
Yeah.
do I really I remember my playing it in the car for my brother and him being like, it's good, but like I don't know what she's talking about. Like the chorus is a little convoluted, like the metaphor, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Like it's good. Like because the chorus sounds good. I understand what she's saying in the
Yeah.
large.
She doesn't want to be his vice.
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to be the substitute for the smoke you've been inhaling. Please.
Yeah.
That song has the most like weird like Alanis isms. Like I think a lot of people are put off by the way that she sings sometimes. She has a very unique tone and like, what's the word I'm looking for, Celie?
Timbre?
Yeah, and like her enunciation. What's the word I'm looking for?
Articulation.
The way she sings is unique.
Her vocal style.
Her
vocal
style.
mannerisms.
Yeah. And I think it puts people off sometimes. But I'm like, y'all gotta get into it.
Yeah. Because the stuff that she's doing is technically very difficult. Like,
Yeah.
her, like, switching registers super fast.
And that was just off the dome, dude.
I know this.
I know,
Like,
Celie's a professional. And then this is off the dome. Again, one take for all of these. Or not for all of them, but for
a lot. And that's crazy impressive.
little takes were done.
Yeah.
And again, another one of my favorites. Please listen to it. It's so cute.
I really like this one. It's another classic, like, after you go through a breakup, you gotta listen to this one.
Yes, and this one's less angry, I think, and more of just like I don't want to be your mom.
Yeah, I don't, because, oh my god, I felt that after my breakup. Like, I have felt that before. Like, man, I do not want to, like, teach you things. I want you to be, like, I want you to be good by the time we start dating. I'm not teaching you. I'm not helping. I'm not holding your hand through a relationship. No.
The next song is the last song, and it's "Wake Up" and no shade. Absolutely no shade, because it is a pretty good song. I listened to it again because I never listened to it, and I listened to it last night, and I was like, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I put it in my roto, but I have thought this for years, and that is that "You Learn" should be the last song on the album. It should be the conclusion.
You know, and I have a lot of albums like this where I'm like, why did you end with that?
It's good, but it's just not it's like not a bang.
It's not the last song on the album. Like, all I really want is the first song on the album, and like that's a great opener. I just feel like she doesn't end it as strongly as she opens it.
And if you the narrative of the album then just becomes like this like, she starts being like, I want someone to understand me, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then it ends with this like, oh, you live, you learn, blah blah blah. It's like a conclusion.
Yeah.
Because for a while I like Mandela affected myself into thinking it was the last song on the album, just because my brain was like, it should be.
Yeah.
But then I looked and I'm like, it's not.
No, it's like smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, it just kind of feels weird.
Yeah. Because it is like and again, in the Jagged Little Pill musical, it is the last song. And maybe that's why I thought that.
That is definitely why you thought that.
Have you seen Alanis Morissette's cover of My Humps?
No. Oh, there's a video?
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
video.
I drive these scrubbers crazy. Put on the daily. They treat me really nicely. They buy me all these
The bang is killing me. That is a bang. That is a bang.
Yeah. It was April.
What was this for?
April Fools, I think. I saw that. It's just on her YouTube channel. And by the way,
Yeah,
she doesn't have her first 2 albums on her YouTube channel.
it's so fun. But she has that.
Yup.
I love her. I love her.
My conclusion is just to say that it should be a rite of passage. Every woman and girl between the ages of 18 and 24 should at least listen to Jagged Little Pill once.
Yes.
You
I
gotta.
think you will find something that resonates with you.
She knows your secrets. Alanis Morissette,
Yeah.
she knows your secrets and she wrote them down.
Because, like, it's one of those albums where, like, you can tell a 19-year-old wrote it, but that's a good thing.
Yes, and she is such it's so vulnerable and it's so like she did not hold back with her feelings. It's raw in every sort of way. It's the vocals are raw because she did them the first time and it's great.
She's so honest. Like, the lyrics are so personal, but, like, yet everyone can relate to them.
Yes.
Which is something that's, like, so hard to find in a lot of music.
Especially
being, like, you're honest, but also, like, it's not so specific that only you can relate to it.
Yeah, especially in that time, like, where you would get a song that was written for you and then you would sing it and then you would be a star.
Yeah.
But she's writing this super, super good stuff and the mixture of everything was just perfect. Because Glenn Ballard was perfect. Everything was great.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is going to be the end of our show. Celie, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me back. Always a joy.
Okay, say goodbye to the people. Bye,
Bye,
people.
people.